Hello, and welcome to the world's RV show going on at Motorhome Specialist, the #1 volume selling dealership in the world with one location. My name is Donnie O'Banion, and over the next 4 days, we're going to be demonstrating some of our most popular makes and models of motorhomes and taking questions from you, as well as countless others from around the world that have also chose to join us here at the worldsrvshow.com from as far away as Great Britain, Australia, Switzerland, New Zealand, South Africa, Germany, and France, as well as Canada, and of course from all over the United States today. Now, I'm being joined this morning by Larry Luther, who is the regional sales representative from the Coachmen Class A Gas Division, and he is going to be leading us through our first coach orientation.
Donnie and I today are going to be talking about the Encounter 36 bunkhouse and some of the changes that we've done for 2013, from residential reefers to new caps to different decors and 4 new paint jobs. We're going to start with the front of the coach here today and talk about the new cap. We redesigned the front cap. We went 4 inches higher for interior height, so we had to redesign the cap. We did the Audi-inspired headlights, and we also did a nice easy access door to the front so you can check your fluid levels.
Right.
I'll show how easy that is. You can easily fill your fluids for your washer fluid, and when you need to check your oil and transmission, it's easy to do now with this new door we designed.
And the new design also features the Diamond Shield Clear Guard front mask. So, you know, that's, you don't have a traditional bra on these anymore. So, of course, you still have the look of the full body paint job throughout the coach. And you don't have to worry about the rock chips that you used to have to worry about on a full body paint unit.
And something we do on the Encounter with our side cameras, a lot of manufacturers will put their side cameras in their mirrors. And with that up there, you lose the, you have a blind spot in the front here. We put our cameras to the front here. That way you don't have a blind spot underneath here. So when you're driving, you hit the directional, you get to see the whole side of the coach.
Right.
And also our construction on the unit, we use a material called Asdale. It's a backer behind the fiberglass. What this material is, it's a lightweight material. It's up to 2% R factor it adds to the unit. It's lightweight and it costs a little more, but you know, we don't like to cut corners when it comes to construction. This material also does not hold any water, less than 1%, and a lot of manufacturers will use Luan wood behind their fiberglass, which holds up to 18% moisture, so with ours you won't get a D-lam. Right. Another option that we have is the heated remote mirrors. They are chrome mirrors. That's something we do. It makes it easy. You don't have to lean out your window to adjust your mirror. Just a flick of the button at your dash. And we'll show that later on when we go through the inside.
Now, the 22 series chassis that this bunkhouse is built on, is that throughout your floor plans, or is that just specific to certain Encounters? On
the Encounter line, it is all 22,000 pound chassis. Some manufacturers use 18,000 pound chassis, 20,500 pound chassis, you know, different size chassis. We wanted to go with the bigger chassis because that'll give you the 22.5 inch tires, the Alcoa rims, and it equals a better ride.
Right. Bigger tires, and then of course you have a real aluminum wheels instead of hubcaps on this.
Right. And Donnie was talking about the diamond plate on the front end. We also put diamond plate here on the kick plate, and then also behind the door here, around here, so if your keys slip off, you won't scratch your paint.
And of course it's going to have electric steps. You can turn these on or off, but it does have an automatic override now on these. Some of the older models, you could actually drive off and leave your steps down, tear them off. But as soon as you turn the key on in the ignition, the steps will automatically go up now.
Right. Some of the other things we want to show too is the inside compartments. These are aluminum frame doors. You don't have that trailer style door. It's the upgraded nice slam latch doors. And you can see here that you have the box, but also if you look down and over, you have a raised, you know, over the chassis rail, you have storage so you can put in lawn chairs, tables, fishing rods, you know, skis, whatever you need.
And there's a lot of Class A gas units on the market that don't feature pass-through storage. It's just going to be the bay.
If you're an 18,000 pound chassis, you do not get that pass-over storage. And also we use galvanized steel compartments. We do not use rotocast. With rotocast, it's slippery and your valuables can slide around. With the galvanized steel and then the carpet we put on, it keeps your valuables safe and keeps them from sliding around in the unit.
It's also got to keep it a lot quieter, right?
It does. It does.
Good deal. I noticed this one's got an inverter on it. Is that like a 800 or 900 watt? What are they running?
With the when you option a residential refrigerator, you automatically get a 1200 watt inverter.
Okay.
And then 2 6-volt batteries. So that's something that's a nice inverter, and we'll also show that inside the residential reefer that that helps run.
looks like it's got a little bit bigger water heater on this one. Is this a 6 or a 10?
That is a 10-gallon.
Oh, it is. Okay. And is it gas and electric?
It is gas and electric.
Okay. Well, that's a nice feature when you're at the park, not just being able to have gas,
Right.
but
Quick recovery. You know, you won't run out of hot water. Also, we're here by the awning. This is a power awning. It's nice when you do fully extend it, you can pull down on each side to lower it to block the sun, and also tilt it if you need it for rain runoff.
And that's a new feature that y'all just come out with recently?
That is a
awning?
standard feature. Yeah.
Good deal. I'm sorry, we've got a question here from someone. Got Jack from Colleen is asking about the V10 engine we were talking about. Says the V10 seems to be a good engine. Is the same engine and transmission used on all vehicles from a Class C up to a 22,000 GVW Class A?
On the Class A chassis, it's a 3-valve V10. On the Class C, it's a 2-valve V10. And the horsepower is 362 horsepower on the Class A.
And I believe the C's are 305.
So there is a difference in horsepower, but it is the V10 and it's a 3-valve as opposed to a 2-valve. Same transmission though.
So obviously, just got to have more power for the bigger coaches.
Correct.
Pulling a lot of additional weight with these.
Correct.
It's got awning toppers all the way around?
All the way around. Then also we have the windows over the bunks here and they're tinted, so it's nice. It gives you privacy. You also have shades inside, which we'll show later.
Right, and this one was opted in with the dual pane, which is something that we do on most all of our high-end gas models, like the Encounter. We're going to opt in the dual pane here at Motorhome Specialist. This bay right here, I guess this is just going to be the LP tank?
That is your LP tank.
Okay.
Easy access. And you can also get a shot. It does have leveling jacks too. Below there we have 4-point leveling jacks. They're hydraulic Lippert jacks. All you gotta do is hit the button and the coach will self-level.
And on a coach like this too, the LP tank, I mean, you're not gonna have to fill up near as often as you normally would with the residential refrigerator option.
Correct. That's one thing nice about the residential refrigerator. You can either run it off your generator or when you're plugged in at your campsite, you're not using any propane. And
when you're going down the road, of course, you're gonna be using the inverter.
Correct.
So, the batteries are continually charging it. You don't got to worry about the pilot light being blown out. Now, the back cap looks great too. Y'all did a nice job on this.
Yep, they redesigned that. One thing nice, it's a one-piece molded cap, and you have the rear fill gas with a key lock. So it's nice. You can keep your fuel from disappearing. You have a 5,000-pound hitch. And then also it's a full walk-on roof.
NASCAR fans, that kind of thing, if they want to actually get up there and walk on the roof, they can?
Yes, or if you're at a fireworks show or, outside dirt bike.
And the roof itself is going to be a TPO roof, right? So
it
it's
is
a little lighter
TPO.
weight?
Lighter weight. You don't get the black streaks down the side like you do with a rubber.
I gotcha. And that carries what, a 10-year?
It is a 10-year warranty from that manufacturer.
Right. And Coachmen's warranty is going to be a 1-year bumper to bumper?
Yes.
Good deal.
Here's that storage again. You have a lot of storage. It goes up and over. Like I said, you put tables,
right,
fishing rods.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest bay in the coach, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, that's a big access across back there. So.
And you're a 50-amp service coach.
Right. So you can run both airs at the same time.
Yep.
And that's true with the generator as well?
That is with generator. You got a 5500 Onan generator, nice, quiet.
Look like it's really easy to service too. It's got the access door here at the front, so if a guy wants to change his own oil and filters, it looks pretty simple.
It is. It really is. Something else we offer, on this, we have the no mess termination. Basically, you hook up your sewage hose once, have it connected in, and then if you look below, you have a PVC pipe, and that's your storage for your hose. So when you're done, you disconnect, you've emptied your tanks, just push the hose in underneath, screw the cap on, and it swings. So you don't have to mess up your inside. You do have a shower here, an outside rinse. You also have the full coach filter system for your water. And then there's...
So is that just drinking, or is that throughout the coach?
That's throughout the coach. That does the whole coach. Also for winterization, we make it real simple. Your low point drains are easy to access here.
The no mess termination system, I'm surprised that another manufacturer hasn't lifted that from y'all as many years y'all been doing it, because that just makes so much sense.
It really does.
Be able to keep the hose outside and not have to disconnect it and have all that additional mess. That's a really nice feature. I like how y'all are painting the slide caps, the feature color, you know, black. On a lot of models, you'll see them, that'll be the gray, you know, light gray or the white.
White
and it really
fiberglass.
stands out. This one out here has even got the outside entertainment center in it.
It does. And it also comes with a DVD player, so that's standard with it. You also have outlets on the side here, so if you want to hook something else up, you have outside outlets, 110 outlets.
Look like it'd be pretty easy for the kids to like hook up a gaming system and stuff to one of these as well.
You
right?
can. There's easy access. You have all the ports for it to plug it in, and then, like I said, then you have the 110 where they can plug in their game too.
And then they're out here instead of inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Why don't we take a look at the inside?
And just one thing here, under the steps, you do have your coach batteries, so we do have a storage compartment for that. Easy access, just something, you know, easy to get to. And then we'll head on inside.
The inside is what really separates this coach from the competition from a features and options standpoint.
Right.
I mean, I've been asking for this coach literally for three and a half years from one of our manufacturers, and here it finally sits. You know, a bunk bed model motorhome with a residential refrigerator.
And that's one of the biggest changes we made for 2013 on this unit, was besides the front cap and the interior height going up 4 more inches, we did the residential stainless steel refrigerator. So you have a double door refrigerator with ice maker and water. You know, you just look at the room these refrigerators have.
You know, traditional is going to be 8 or 10 cubic feet. So, I mean, you're more than doubling what's normally found in a Class A gas motorhome with a 22 cubic foot residential refrigerator. And of course, from a service standpoint, I mean, you just don't, the residential refrigerators just very seldom ever break. You know?
Which is nice. It doesn't run off propane, which is
right,
nice
you don't
too.
have the propane to mess with. And of course, like I said, the bigger refrigerator to me has just always made sense for a bunk model in particular, because of course you're going to be traveling with a lot more people. So, you know, you can take a lot more food with you, friends and family. I mean, you can go and stay for longer periods of time without having to be like, well, I got to run to the store and go get ice. I got to go get food.
Right.
You know, you're constantly, you know, running. I mean, you can take what you need to have a nice, you know, week, 10-day trip with the family, and I mean, it makes the whole experience a lot different.
And with the larger, you know, more people in a bigger family, one thing we'll take into account is counter space. So what we did is over the stove, we put the inserts, and then also over the sink. So nice thing about this, we do a flush sink. So if you're working out of one side of your sink here, which we have deep sinks, you still have counter space to work with. You have a pull-out faucet, which is a nice upgrade. Then also you have storage. When you want to cook, you have the three burners, so you can do a nice big lobster pot or soup pot. You know, you have room for it because it's a 3-burner. Then you have nice storage behind here. Your pieces just drop behind there. So, but you know, otherwise, if you're not using the stove, you have nice counter space. We do the big residential 30-inch microwave. It's convection, so you can, you know, it's your oven and your microwave. It's a great thing to cook with.
You've got, you know, a Whirlpool refrigerator, you know, Frigidaire. You know, actual Corian countertops. It's not just a poured fiberglass, but actually Corian countertops. I mean, y'all are using name brand products, you know, in the Encounter.
And with the Encounter line, what we want to do is give the high-end diesel look, but affordable for people that can't afford the diesel. This is the high end of the gas coaches.
And, you know, there's a lot of people, it's even from a standpoint of not even being able to afford it or not. It's, you know, just because the gas rigs have less maintenance, you know, it's easier for service and stuff. And, you know, a lot of times when it's just with families, when you're just looking for something that's going to be dependable, easy to take care of, you know, if you're not going to put a ton of miles on a motorhome, you know, in a year, you really don't need a diesel, you know, for a lot of applications. So this coach, you know, with the tiled backsplashes and, of course, the tile floors, that's been the big deal to me for years.
Yep, that is real tile too. It's not vinyl flooring. And something we do in the process of putting the tile down, we put a material called Detra underneath the tile. It's a flexible material along with flex grout. You know, it's a high-end way to put the flooring. It'll keep the tiles from popping. Another feature we have an electric heater here. You have the aesthetics here if you want with just the look of the fireplace, and it also will be electric heat. You can do either or, just for the lights or the electric heat. So the nice thing about that, if you're in a campground, you don't have to use your propane. You're plugged into their power. You can have heat if you just want to take the chill out in the morning. If you know it's a cool morning, that's something that's nice about that. Also, you have the larger TV along with surround sound, and then also you have the Blu-ray DVD player too. So
and again, you know, a name brand electronic, you know, run into Toshiba. It's not, you know, an off brand that, you know, a lot of manufacturers are going with.
Right. That's something. And then also our cabinetry here. We did the raised panels. This is the cognac maple. This is an upgraded wood. So you have the hard wood, and that's something that really gives it a nice pop to it. Over here at the dinette booth, something we do different from other manufacturers, our actual dinette booth has inner springs. It's not just a piece of plywood with foam on it. So you have great storage, plus you have a comfortable place to sit. This also drops down into a bed. It has the Dream dinette. You just flick a switch, the table will go down. There's no more smacking it into the wall trying to set
Right.
the bed.
It actually has a wall guide now to
Yes.
where you can't scar up your walls anymore. And I noticed you had a seat belt over there. Does this side also?
Yes, you have a seatbelt on each side, and then
Good.
you also have seatbelts in the sofa.
Which is really important, having the booth dinette in the bunk model motorhomes and having the seat belts, a place to actually keep the kids buckled up when you're traveling. They can entertain themselves and color and, of course, have something to eat.
Right.
It's good to be able to keep them buckled up.
Keeps the parents sane, too.
Exactly. What about the sofa?
The sofa
here?
has seat belts also, and that is the hide-to-bed sofa. It's not the old style with the metal bar in your back or an air mattress. It's easy, it just pulls out, and it's high-density foam and turns into a nice hide-to-bed without any bar in your back. It's nice that we went to that. That's the new feature this year, too.
All right. And we talked about the dual pane glass outside a little bit. The shades. Does this have day-night shades throughout the coach?
It does have day-night shades, and it's nice. The thing is, if you don't want a lot of light in, you just pull the bottom one down. If you want to darken it for nighttime sleeping, then you just pull that down.
Right. And it looked like he went to wood boards
Yep.
here on the slide fascias.
We did. It's an upgraded fascia, and that is with the cognac maple wood. You get that also, and also around the
cornice boards there.
Yes.
That adds a lot of look to the cornice board instead of it just being all fabric.
Right. That's one of the new features for 2013 that we did. We upgraded the fabrics also.
Well, now you got plenty of beds up here. You've already got 2 beds, but of course in this model, like I said, you can take a lot of family and friends with you, being the bunk model. Got 2 more right here.
And also you have the TVs. These also have an individual DVD player, and there's also hookups here where they can hook up their video games. So it's easy access. They have a shelf where they can put their little knickknacks and items. That's just something we wanted to do. And there's an individual curtain so they can have privacy too. And then there's also a privacy door here to separate the bedroom. This door will pull across, separate the bedroom from the kids also, so it gives you a little extra privacy.
And we've sold these models too to people that actually just wanted more like an attic space, or people that were traveled with dogs or had kennels and things like that. You can take the mattresses out.
Some of the other features too, and now we're back in the bedroom. You have a lot of drawers. You have
That's
6
a big
drawers.
bedroom in this thing.
You have the his and her closets, and they're very deep closets. So if you have large shirts, it's a deep closet. So when you're hanging your stuff up, the shoulders aren't getting crushed in.
Right.
Just something nice you can do. Nice full-size shirts.
Got a big chest of drawers down there also.
They do. There's 6 drawers. You get 2 in the middle and then 4 below. And then also you have another DVD player here with this TV set.
Now this thing's got to have a lot deeper slide-out room in it. Because look at the floor space you got between the foot of the bed and over here.
Gives you
normally, you're just barely scooting through in any
It
of
gives you
these
a nice
floor plans.
walk around, especially when you got the big bed too.
Yeah, a king-size bed was just a big deal to me. And you don't see that very often in a Class A gas motorhome. Usually it's just 40, 42-foot homes where the king beds are more commonplace.
Right. We also have outlets on each side of the bed. That way, if you have alarm clock or CPAP machine, it's just easy. You have an outlet. A lot of people don't offer that outlet. It's just the little things that make a big difference. We also have the shelf here, which is just a little added amenity. You have the nice valance around.
Having the back window is a nice thing. That's something most of them are taken out of the coaches now, because obviously it costs more to put a back window in than it does just the fiberglass.
We didn't want to have
cap.
that. There's also great storage underneath the bed here. With the king bed, there's shocks, so it's easy to pick up. It's nice, deep, finished off nicely with carpet. And you have 2 air conditioners in this unit. You have 2 13.5 airs, and the thermostats. You have the back bedroom, then you also have one for the front. So it's nice. You can have different temperatures. We do the H-duct air system, so it's nice. You get a nice, even flow of air through the coach.
Right, because y'all are using radiused corners throughout your duct work.
Correct.
Right.
And it's nice, even flow. It's not cut through the foam block insulation like a lot of people won't put duct work in. It'll just be cut right through the foam.
air conditioning's great for the summertime, but people want to use these for winter trips.
This unit is fully enclosed heated underbelly. So what that means is underneath, a lot of people just put a pad underneath the water tank. We actually have blown in heat underneath in the storage compartments and also in the water compartment. So that means your lines are heated. So you don't have to worry about, your lines freezing also.
It's a lot nicer deal. So it's truly an all seasons coach.
It is. Especially you option the dual pane windows on this. You have the heated holding tanks. Right. It is a nice 4-season coach. And I was going to open the door here so you can see in the bathroom. You have a porcelain toilet, glass radius shower, nice amenities.
And what's nice about the actual floor plan, how this coach was arranged, is that the bathroom is really still easily accessible even when the slide-out room's in.
Correct.
So
everything's fully functional with the slides in. You can get back to the bedroom, you can get back to the bathroom, you can use the sink, it's nice. And we're going to work our way up to the front dash now.
Yeah, you want to take a look at the dash?
Let's go look at the dash.
So we already covered the engine, and you said that this has a 362 horsepower Ford in it, right?
It does. It's a 6.8 liter V10, and what's nice too, these chairs turn around and become part of your living space. That Euro recliner detaches, so you can move that anywhere you want in the coach. There's also an ottoman that goes with that. So that's something that's nice. When you have this many people in the coach, you want places for everyone to sit. And that's something nice about a Class A motorhome with the seats that turn around and become part of your living space.
Absolutely, especially with the forward-facing TV, because now you have 2 recliners. When the TVs are mounted here only in the front of the coach, well, it kind of makes this area right here useless once you get where you're going. But, again, with the TV being forward-facing, you can turn these around, and you've got 2 additional really nice chairs to use when you're actually camping.
And one of the new changes we did, another one for the 2013, we went to the MCD shades, which is nice. These are power shades, they're full window length, and then you have the side shades. And there's power buttons on the dash here, so you can see that cuts the sun, the glare down. You can put it at whatever level you like. You can see through it, so you can put it all the way down. Then you have the night shade. So if you're at night, you want to darken the whole coach up, you just put the night shades down. The same thing on the side here. You have the one that takes the glare out and the brightness of the sun, then you have the dark shade. One of the things too with this dash, it's ergonomically designed, so with the driver, when you're sitting here, everything's easy to touch and get to. You don't have to lean for anything. So what you have here, you have emergency start switch, which is nice. So if, say, your house batteries are dead, you want to get your slide outs in, you hold that button down, it'll run off your chassis battery. Or if your chassis battery is dead, you can hold it down, it'll run off your house battery. So it's a nice thing where you won't be stranded. Then also you have the 2 buttons for the power shades up front. You have your fog lights, your radio light, so you can turn off your power on your radio if you want, and then your overhead lights.
Why don't you demonstrate the side view cameras for them? We talked about it outside, but to where you can really understand what they're looking at.
Okay. Right now you see the rear camera on, and what's nice is you have your heated remote mirrors, so you have the mirrors, but also you hit the directional, and you see the side of the coach. Either side, once the directional clicks off, it'll go back to the rear camera, and then if you want to hit the other side, there it is. It's nice.
And it's a color monitor as well.
It is a color monitor, and there is
white
sound too. So say you're backing up and you just don't trust yourself, and you have someone behind there, you can hear them say stop.
Right. So. I hear you. Yes.
And we talked also the heat remote mirrors. So it's right here to turn on the heat for the button, then, left or right. Then you have your self-leveling jacks, and you can either do it manually or auto. I suggest do it auto. Just, you start the engine, put the emergency brake on, just turn it on, hit the button, it'll self-level. It's easy.
And then, another Coachmen exclusive, kind of like the no mass termination system, is the Sight Right dash y'all have done for years. I mean, it really does make a big difference when I'm sitting in this chair. You just kind of forget about it, but when you're sitting right here and you can still see down to the corner of the coach, you got just so much more visibility.
It does.
With the way y'all cut the dash down.
Right, because a lot of the other manufacturers just do a straight dash, it goes straight out. With that angle, it does give you more visibility. Like we talked about with the dash, the side cameras being forward. There's a lot of things we think about for the safety of the people around you and yourself.
Absolutely, and you'd be really surprised with as many manufacturers that we sell, how few put seat belts, in their sofas, or especially in the booths.
Right.
Which is, again, just a really family-oriented. Coachmen really does a great job of building floor plans, thinking about family and the people that are going to go.
Right.
Putting plenty of seat belts in there, and
Right, and
different
the
features.
rule for us is if how many ever we say that it sleeps, that's how many seat belts we put in the coach.
Right.
So that's something that's nice. Trying to think
Well-
if we missed anything here. I'm sure.
Well, you know, up next is going to be the 2013 Coachmen Murata. We'll be back probably in about an hour. We'll post the time online at theworldsrvshow.com. We want to thank all of you for joining us here for our first orientation. And again, if you have any questions or if you'd like to see a specific make or model, just let us know and we'll do everything we can to make that happen during the show. Thank you very much,
Thanks
and
for your
we'll
time.
see you in a bit.